Hello everyone, I am Tall,
And I am small.
and we are here to talk to you about the Great Irish Potato Famine.
Let's dig right in. Now, Tall, did you know that from the years 1849 to 1859 there was a 43% increase in Irish immigrants to Chicago?
Wow, wouldn't that mean that there was a total of 1,675,000 immigrants that came from Ireland to Chicago during those years?
Yes, it would, Tall.
Well, I guess that you could say that Chicago has been a place of Irish immigration over the years. And these immigrants were technically entering one of the most heavily formatted cities. If you understand what I mean, I have to explain a little bit more. But basically, immigrants would come into the city, and they would have to go and live in specific sections of the city, and they had no other choice but to live there.
Wow. That's...
Very interesting stuff.
I know. I didn't know that before, Tall.
That's how the
Thank you for
extreme
teaching me.
neighborhoods came into play because of
Yeah.
that.
Now, from the year 1845 to 1852, the potato famine swept across all of Ireland. Now, this heavily influenced immigration to Chicago, as there were many Irish that were starving and in poverty who wanted to escape.
I believe that I would want to escape if I were starving and in poverty.
Yes, so would I. Now, these potato famine refugees, as you would call them,
Caused the immigration to skyrocket, would you say?
yes, I would.
Oh, good, good. The Great Potato Famine. The Great Potato Famine of Ireland was caused by the crop failure of the potatoes, and the crop failure occurred because of the disease that infected the plants called commonly potato blight. This is a disease that attacks the leaves of the potato plant and basically kills it and leaves the potatoes rotten.
Now, Tal, I didn't even know that there was a disease known as potato blight. Thank you for that knowledge. Now, almost a third of the country's 8.2 million citizens relied primarily on the potato for their nutrition.
Now, if you could imagine how bad the potato blight could have possibly been for Ireland, it would be immensely terrible.
Yes.
If a third of 8.2 million mainly ate potatoes.
That's what,
and then
2.6 million right there.
Exactly, and almost all of the potatoes were useless and rotten. I couldn't even
That's
imagine the
just-
suffering.
Yeah. All the poverty there.
Now, as the immigrants came to Chicago, they did help develop the city. They basically played a massive part in the history of Chicago, if you were to think about the fact that hundreds of thousands of Irish workers came to the city over the 20 years of 1840 to 1860.
Yeah, thousands of immigrants worked on the construction of the city daily.
Many helped build the building. So if you, I mean, I don't know how you think of this, but I think that it's kind of strange when you realize the extreme hatred that people held for the Irish immigrants when they really helped shape the entire city from the foundation up.
And as we are going to learn, they also helped the economy.
Well, obviously, if you have thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, really, maybe even in the millions towards the end of the decades, just flowing into the city, you have many jobs being opened and created, and even more being filled. It would be extremely empowering, for the city.
And then they were just treated so bad. It just doesn't make sense. At the time.
It was pretty horrible. I'm not entirely sure what the great hatred was about hating the Roman Catholics and the Irish, therefore, but when the Irish came in and they spread their culture into the city by building it up from the base, they ended up unintentionally spreading Catholicism with the Roman Catholic Church through the city.
Yes,
and
now,
they built many churches and many missions.
And now, as you see today, the Roman Catholic Church is a big thing in Chicago.
It's a major part of the city. And even through all of the hatred that was sort of directed directly onto all of these Irish and Roman Catholics, it didn't discourage them. It brought them closer together and made them stronger. sure that you're thinking to yourself, all of this information, it's really too much, but we're here to sum it up right now.
Yes. Now, overall, the potato famine was just this gigantic,
Massive disease.
that
Well, it wasn't
killed.
a disease, but it was the result of a disease that killed much of the crop of Ireland.
And then it put many of the civilians
In
in a
extreme
poverty,
stress and poverty,
and many of them
and
died.
death was everywhere. Basically, one of the reasons that many people sort of flocked to using the potato in Ireland because it grew amazingly well in the climate of Ireland. So
Yes.
they took to it very easily, and as soon as they began to die, the Irish didn't really have much support from England or anything. Tensions became higher.
It did.
Now, don't forget, Small, about the contribution to the city that the Irish people had. They built it from the ground up, and
It's just,
I mean,
it's
without
just
them,
magnificent.
it is magnificent. Ooh,
Well,
truly magnificent.
we'll see you next time.
Indeed.
Tom Small out.
I love you all.